Okay, everybody. My tripod is a little, sketchy there. Okay, hello. I felt compelled to do a video today because it's 3/3. It's March 3rd, and I've been very connected to threes. I'm 33, and since I turned 33, I've just gone through a lot. I've had a lot of awakening moments. So I see threes all the time. So it's 3/3, so I felt like I should record a video. I probably won't be able to post it till 3/4, let's be honest, because it takes me hours to post something on YouTube. But so it's 3/3. So I thought at least let's see what the messages are. I'm also gonna try not to babble on with my own stuff so much, but just go straight to the messages. And right away, I pulled these 3 cards last night, in preparation for today from the Karma cards. You know, these cards are kind of crazy. These are always jumping out at me. So okay, so it's 3/3 Karma cards. What messages do you have? Okay. Planet in a sign in a house. The planet was Pluto, which is big. I mean, he's little actually, but he's big in terms of his meaning. Pluto is just big karma, big karmic stuff. And I've been feeling a lot of big karmic stuff lately. And it's just that time. Again, I feel like it's the end of winter and we're in Pisces now. So a lot of things are coming around. The cycles have a way of coming around this time of year. I've noticed that throughout my life. A lot of cycles come around this time of year, at least for me personally. But I think at the end of winter, there's a level of death, and then there's going to be rebirth and rejuvenation in the spring. My mom's death anniversary is this Wednesday, March 6th. And so I always feel that the weight or heaviness of that this time of year. And but in not just in a totally negative way, in a positive way too, just because it's the cycles. It's just a witnessing or an observing of the cycles that we go through. And so Pluto is a part of that. Pluto is a big part of cycles ending and just big karmic stuff. Pluto also rules Scorpio, which is the sign of death, rebirth, regeneration, sex. So Pluto's big. So that's our planet for the week. And then I was I can't believe, you're never gonna believe this. Today is 3/3. And I pulled, for the sign, I pulled Gemini, which is the 3rd sign of the zodiac, number 3. So we pulled Gemini for the sign. And in the 3rd house, 3/3, 3/3, 2 Geminis. Also funny because Geminis are the twins. And there they are, the twins. Boop. 3/3, 33. So I was dang, that is crazy. I cannot believe the way these cards talk to me. So Gemini is all about communication, and Mercury came up. Mercury rules Gemini. So messages, communication. Gemini is also interpersonal relationships in a way, those quick sort of conversations we have. It's a chattiness, and it's the twins. So it's a dichotomy. It's the light and the dark, but Gemini is air. So it's intellectual, it's conversation. And so to have Pluto in Gemini in the 3rd house is you have all these big karmic cycles sort of playing out in the day-to-day in Gemini, in the 3s. So that's very interesting. Big karma in the 3s. Communications about Gemini is about your ideas, short-term thinking and trips. The people sort of in your immediate environment in a way, it's what's close to you. Gemini is, Sagittarius is a broader perspective. Gemini is what's closer to us, what's in front of us. So it's we got the Pluto again, big karma in terms of what's in front of us in our day-to-day. So that's very interesting. We got the 3/3 going on there. And then I wanted to pick some cards because I never do really from this deck, Conscious Spirit. And what I love about these cards is the image on the back I just love it so much. I can't even explain that. So I intentionally picked a couple cards and then I pulled a couple cards, which I'll explain, but I intentionally picked this one, of course, because I pulled it last night. but it's 33. There she is, the sun goddess, which goes along with my reading the other day. Just a lot of like queen, fiery queen energy. And then of course the 3-3, I thought that was crazy. And I wanted to talk today about the solar plexus, which is the third chakra. This card is number 13 in this deck, but the solar plexus chakra is number 3. I take actions daily that awaken my personal power. The solar plexus chakra is all about personal power. So she is very similar to this lovely lady here. And again, I told you the solar plexus is 3, so no coincidence that she's 3-3. But so we have these two fiery goddesses here, kind of like the Queen of Wands, definitely the fire energy. The solar plexus is about your fire energy, the fire in your belly. And the solar plexus is 3, and it's yellow, of course. It's like the sun. So today on 3-3, as we're focusing on 3s, I wanted to talk about the solar plexus, and also because last week, I don't know when, who knows. I was talking about this, last week, I was talking about the sacral chakra, which is number 2, which is orange, which is sort of where our sexual energy resides. And I was talking about pulling your sexual energy up through your heart chakra, which, love that, beautiful heart chakra lady there. But, in order to get from the sacral chakra, number 2, to the heart chakra, number 4, in order to pull that energy up, it has to go through a very important location, which is the solar plexus chakra, which is in your belly, basically. And that's your personal power, so to sort of get this energy moving, that sexual, like, energy you feel in that lower region, if you will, in order to pull it up through here, and in order to be able to like love and connect with people, you have to gain some level of control of your personal power, of your solar plexus, of your, your ego, your will, your sense of balance and discipline, if you will, a sense of control. It's about self-control and will, your solar plexus. So in order to really be able to harness that sexual energy and get to a place of loving and connecting, you have to be able to control your will and sort of channel your solar plexus. I shouldn't say channel your solar plexus, but I get balance, and I think about the mind-body connection. Like I think things like yoga or any exercise in a way, like I always hate to tell people to exercise, but something where you connect with your body, I feel like helps your solar plexus because it's about your personal power and your strength. And a lot of times we don't rely enough on our body to help support us, if you will. So those are the cards I pulled intentionally. These are the cards that I pulled randomly for us. Interesting, it's the third eye. It's 24 in this deck, but the third eye is actually your 6th chakra, so it's associated with the number 6, but it's also called your third eye. It's like 1, 2, 3. So the third eye came out again, 3-3. I see the wisdom of my higher self and apply this wisdom in my life. I love this card. It's beautiful, but it's purple, which I love that it's beautiful, but the third eye is actually indigo. It's blue. So they're playing with colors and imagery in this deck, but the third eye. And so the third eye also is connected to your solar plexus. I mean, all your chakras are connected, but certain ones have important, valid connections. So obviously 3 and 6 have a connection. They have an important connection. So it's like, sometimes the clarity of your sight and of your third eye, the power of that can help balance your will, your ego, that fire in your belly. Like you have to have your third eye sort of, I don't know the best way to say it, but have your third eye help keep your solar plexus in check too. So they connect. It's a balancing, your solar plexus is your ego. It's lower to the ground. Your third eye is higher. It's higher.